Assalamualaikum to Dr. Idris. My name is Nurhidayah. I am from Group and Bench 5A. Today I would like to present about the artificial intelligence. Before that, let me explain the definition of the artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence or AI can be defined as a machine of human creation intelligence programmed to act like humans and animals in terms of thought and behavior. This machine was created not only for learning purpose but also for problem solving. AI is also a branch of computer science that is needed by humans in achieving progress from time to time by various industry sectors. In terms of candidate recruitment, AI play a very high role in problem solving and also learning where it is done by computer in helping the process of recruiting talent. The advantage of this new technology is to coordinate the movement of some part of the recruitment workflow, especially repetitive tasks with high volume. For example, software that use machine learning to reconnect to automated screen candidate or software that perform sentiment analysis on job description to identify potential language. Based on study, with the use of AI, the productivity can be increased. Businesses are using AI to improve the productivity of their employees. One of the benefits of AI for business is that it handles repetitive tasks across an organization so that employees can focus on creative solutions, complex problem solving, and impactful work. One example is chatbots. AI-powered chatbots are a must for teams that have direct customer interaction on a daily basis and ready on fast, accurate, and timely customer support, from collecting information to starting the process of submitting customer complaints. The manual time required to complete this task has been dramatically reduced by chatbots. It also enhanced the overall customer experience. Reducing administrative tasks will also help eliminate human error from customer operation. While chatbots still lack human touch, they get better at natural everyday conversation. Chatbots will not take over customer support entirely, but they can handle repetitive tasks and help customer support representatives demonstrate better performance in their work. Many developed countries have made progress due to the availability of AI assistance, but there are also challenges that must be faced by consumers, especially to employers. Firstly and foremost is in terms of installation cost. As we all know, the cost of installing computer and machine and other is not cheap. It requires a very high cost due to the difficulty of engineering to provide computer and other tools based on AI to ensure that the system use is in good condition. It also requires maintenance and repair from time to time, and the cost for that purpose require a high amount. In addition to the high cost of installation, lack of creativity is also among the weaknesses to artificial intelligence. Creativity is not the main feature of AI and is not built for creative work. Artificial intelligence is useful for humans to find and store information, but for something creative, it is limited to the system that has been programmed to it and only able to exceed the capability of human brain. Besides that, lots of data also needed by AI. Overall, a lot of data is needed by AI to learn how to properly imitate human intelligence. For example, AI using machine learning require a lot of data to learn how to properly screen resume like a human recruiter. This may carry several hundred to several thousand resumes for a specific role. Other than that, skepticism of new technology also the challenges of AI. HR officers are often questioned for the overnight loss and greatest strength. For them, it does not matter what technology is used, but what is important is to facilitate them for the selection process and recruitment of candidates. In addition, HR just want to make sure that any software that will be used is able to make it easy for them to perform their tasks to the best of their ability. When talking about the process of recruiting candidates, of course employer will face various challenges. Firstly, the human touch will be losing. This observation shows that applicants prefer to communicate with humans rather than pre-programmed machines such as chatbots and receive reply automatically. As we understand it, robots are unlikely to learn the human intelligence. To fill the human touch void that is likely to affect the hiring process. And this causes the candidate to look negative at the process being carried out. As such, AI must be studied and developed at all times to study the disadvantage and advantage of AI to the recruitment process. Even so, AI should be used as it brings benefit to the organization. Furthermore, messing up exciting recruiting process is also a challenge to employer in recruiting candidates. They argue that if the recruitment process is based on AI, this will cause the process of recruiting existing candidate will be ruined. This may also be true, but if the technology used is to step by step, it will not give a problem to the process of recruiting candidates. Apart from that, data collection to teach algorithm will be a major challenge the employer have to face. Data owned by the employer and teaching algorithm to act as expected by the employer. When technology fails in interpreting the desired information, it will cause fear to the employer in recruiting candidates. The use of AI in recruiting candidates has already spread widely, not only in terms of hiring but also for other sectors. In terms of candidate recruitment, various effects have been identified, such as saving time. As you know, in the age of modernity, most recruiters are busy. Accordingly, all tasks can be done automatic and time can be saved. With the use of AI-based chatbots, all questions can be answered automatically and quickly. In fact, important things like interview and screening of applicants can also be done. In addition, candidates are also easily sought by employers if using AI. The presence of online people such as social media profile and public data can also be analyzed using artificial intelligence software. With this data, technology is able to make predictions, for example, on how people are likely to get jobs and what roles they may be interested in. It can also analyze the profile of candidates who have already started working in the company. This allows the software to identify candidates with similar personality and skill by combining all available information while being able to determine the qualification of candidates who may be interested in a particular role and directly target job advertisement relevant to them. Through AI, it can also increase recruitment in three main ways such as streamlining recruitment, identify the best candidate and improving candidate experience. AI is able to find, analyze and gather a lot of data source on some candidate as well as market industry and deliver this intelligence quickly. Today, we can see that there are a large number of companies manage resume and applicant data using the applicant tracking software. By using tracking software, the employer is able to collect data about the applicant using only keywords such as skills and experience available to the candidate. Usually, the employer will identify the candidate's skill through resume as well as job board. Platforms that use artificial intelligence take this process one step further. AI takes a more forward-looking view, is able to interpret and analyze data after collecting all candidate-related information from both public websites and existing company systems. Candidates will be screened using artificial intelligence lens to meet certain criteria, such as interest, value, and previous job title and determine the criteria for the most deserving job candidate. In just a few minutes, the recruiter will be able to get the data that has been evaluated, and total recruitment time play a very important role. In addition, AI can also help determine the best and identify potential candidates more accurately. For example, with artificial intelligence, the employer is able to improve job description by increasing the search for candidate using additional keyword to find the best candidate. In short, say employer are looking for a web developer. Search from standard keyword on workflow like LinkedIn can be used. By using standard keyword searches on workflow like LinkedIn, employer will quickly find a number of candidates, but employer can only identify candidates who use the right title to explain what they are doing. And the last is to improve the candidate experience. In modern times where people are now more exposed to social media, through social media, candidates are easily exposed to story about an organization. If the story heard or seen is bad, it can affect the company image and damage the company brand. In addition, the period for the candidate to know the result of the applicant also take a long time to wait as well as waiting for the interview. This will cause the candidate to be in state of stress and then upload about the feeling about the company to the public. This lead to damage the company branch result and your likelihood of discovering the best talent. In order to maintain the company brand, HR officer should act quickly, such as speaking and explain directly to candidate whether the position apply for is eligible is or not. In addition, starting the leg of the candidate is also strongly encouraged so that the candidate is able to change himself to be better. The conclusion is that the presence of AI in the recruitment process will further develop of HR sector. Clearly, AI is capable of transforming a sector even better. In addition, AI is capable of enhancing the candidate experience and also eliminating unknown inclination, which we may consider human being when deciding to recruit if it reduces the employment of recruiter administration. Thank you.